All right, gentlemen, welcome back in. um, this is the best show of the year, probably. Not only the 3 stars, but specifically the 3 star running backs is where we have made ourselves some money and hopefully our listeners some money over the past 3 years, bringing just absolute, not only guys who are like decent, but some superstars. Ashton Jeanty, Caleb Johnson, Quinshon Judkins. These are top 5 running backs in the game who are all 3 stars. So who's it going to be this year? We're going to go 2 running backs per episode this week. So we're gonna release them all throughout the week. But start us off, Matt, with your guy, DJ Duggar, going to Oklahoma State. He's 6'2", 210, a 4.9, 540, and a 68 star index for this guy. He's had a tremendous production in his career, 3,800 yards, 48 TDs in the first 3 years of high school per max preps. What do you think about this guy? Why do you like him? And, where would you draft him? Or are you going to watch and wait on the waivers?
Yeah. So I think the big thing he missed out there, committed to Oklahoma State, which is a pretty premier CFF running back spot. That is my main interest in him. Although I do think he's a pretty good back overall. Pretty well balanced, good vision. Not the shiftiest guy or the most powerful guy, but he can do a little bit of everything. Uh, a bit of a concern with him is he did just sit out his entire senior season. Just because he felt like it, which is not something we'd love to see, but won't stop him from being a productive college back at the minimum. So, but something to keep in mind, of course. And a pretty solid athlete, but nothing amazing. 68 star index, but that's plenty good enough, and I'm sure he'll progress throughout his college career. He almost didn't make the list because of the whole Mike Gundy drama, but luckily he did rework his deal. So
there you go. On that tape, he didn't look like he looks like a long strider. I mean, would you say that's accurate? He didn't look terribly, quick footed, but just seems to gain ground with big, long strides and maybe is deceptively fast. But we'll see. I don't think Ollie Gordon, I don't think he's a special athlete. But when you're going to give a guy 38 carries a game, I don't care who it is. All right. David, no, not Donovan Johnson. We're going to go with your guy who I think has, on paper, looks really, really good. Tojuan Peyton. He's committed to Georgia State, so we got that G5 juice. 5'8", 200 pounds, 4.57 40. But here's where a 4.57 40 could be misleading. He's clocked. We've got him at 21.6 max miles per hour. A solid 4.48 shuttle. Good lifting numbers, which does not always come with these running backs. And pretty nice, senior season. He's doing here 1,700 yards, nearly 10 yards per carry, and 30% market share. Was only 14 receptions for 254, but he almost led the team. So they just didn't pass very much. But when they did, he was involved. So tell us about Tojuan Peyton going to Georgia State. And, is he the next Ashton Jeanty? I guess is the question everybody has.
I don't know. I hope so. No, he does have kind of a similar build, though, honestly. He's 5'8", 200. I don't know. He might be maxed out, but he's a little bit of a late bloomer, I feel like. Didn't have a ton of production coming into his senior year. He was a 0-star guy. And then I like to track offers. I saw Memphis offered him, and I got real interested. I usually track Memphis and Boise State and some other teams for offers on some of the lower rated guys, but he's got a little bit of shiftiness, but really it's his explosion. You can just see here the 21.6 looks, I think I got that from Real Analytics, and I checked it. Yeah, it looks legit. So the 40 time I wouldn't worry about. That's just basically we had an unverified 4.5, and we generally adjust those if we don't know for sure. So he has speed, he has density, he has production. I liked it. I really liked him with the whole Memphis landing spot because they just crush it with running backs. Georgia State, actually didn't even look to see what their landing spot score was. I doubt it's amazing or anything, but still, I think he has a good profile for a guy that definitely I don't think disappears, at least, which is a part of what we're doing.
Yeah,
because a lot of these guys, they never really do anything, but I think he will do something. I think he will be a starter at some point. So yeah, I'd name to know.
Yeah, and the film to me looks like just good. He pops, and what I look for a lot of times in these 3-star guys is, when you watch a lot of players, so many look kind of like the same guy. Occasionally, you'll get one, and honestly, I do think if you watch a lot of tape, you can kind of tell within 2 plays. I mean, some guys just have extra gear. Also, the reception on that reel we just showed, super smooth. I mean, he caught it over his shoulder, over the middle of the field, and accelerated really quickly afterwards. Certainly a guy I would circle if there is a G5 gem. I think Peyton seems to check a heck of a lot of boxes. Very interesting G5 prospect there, 3-star running back. He does hit the 200-pound mark, so we're happy to see that too. Well, that'll do it for the official. We're just going to go 1 and 1, get in and get out, get you guys some names. And so look for later episodes in the week to drop, and stick with us, like and subscribe as always to the official.